Okay, so I started the stream. So, before we have done the challenge that LazzySeal gave me yesterday with nuclear weapons, so basically NATO wasn't allowed to use nukes and I just went full Soviet crazy submarine captain and just shot all the nukes. This time we're actually going to try. I built a scenario which basically assumes that no side is going to use nukes. So it's basically similar. I increased the size a little bit of the patrol zone.
Shoot all the Z nukes.
But this time we has no nukes. We only loaded. We're starting this time at Murmansk. So this time around, we have only conventional weaponry loaded. That's the SAT-65s, which are anti-submarine torpedoes, and the SSN-15 Starfish with the UMGT-1 torpedo, which is like more of a short-range electrical torpedo, like you would drop from an ASW helicopter. That gives you the range to basically reach something at long range. So I basically have loaded them 50-50, so we have 9 of each, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And we have 3 cations also sitting in Murmansk. So going to add them to a new mission. Anti-submarine patrol.
You said helicopter, and I already have next challenge for you.
No, we don't have helicopters. It's just that the SSN-15 Starfish is basically a rocket that launches a usually helicopter-launched torpedo. Like, it's not a heavyweight torpedo.
Wait, command doesn't have helicopters.
Yes, command has helicopters.
Okay, so next challenge is Kamov 27 versus 2 Los Angeles class submarine.
Alone, like, we'll never...
Yes.
500 years later.
Set unlimited fuel.
That actually, let me actually, like, wait a sec. Let me assign those cations. And we're going to use a 1/3 rule, so they're both basically going to be 1 on station at all time, 1 in transit, and one doing maintenance things, I guess. And we're going to launch the...
Nukes.
No, not nukes. We're going to launch the Alfa. Yeah, but meanwhile we can check the database and check the helicopters. 27. There is only a shit ton as for usual. Okay, What? They have some sensor called hot brick. What?
Sensor?
Oh no, it's infrared countermeasure. Lol, that makes more sense. It's like hot brick. That makes more sense. Yeah, seems like they have roughly... Yeah, it's all on M. Airborne, delivered, solid fuel, rocket-powered, anti-submarine, active, passive, acoustic homing. A rocket-powered sonar buoy with a... No, passive, active, homing device with a... Homing rocket with a 100 kilogram warhead? What? Oh, okay, so it's a seeker? Yeah, it's a seeker. It's a torpedo, okay. But it's a rocket powered from a helicopter launched? What? See if I can find a picture of that. That's kind of crazy.
It's okay, comrade. You need only add nuclear charge there.
I guess so. Okay, that's definitely not a torpedo. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I guess. But yeah, with 18 sonar buoys. And we have a dipping sonar, but that only has a range of 3 nautical miles. So, yeah. But kinda, yeah. Not gonna happen.
Okay, I will give you one bear. One bear. And one cam of.
Let me see how many sonar buoys does a bear carry?
You need nuclear powered cam of.
Yes. Nuclear powered cam sounds like a plan. It's like basically a Tesla just with nuclear power. There's only 9 million bear variants. Seems accurate. Soviet Union. I think the Tu-95. I think the anti-submarine warfare variant has a different designation. Can't remember. Naval aviation. Is it this one? Does it have?
It's probably in a fleet somewhere. Should be assigned to the fleet.
Yeah, the problem is I can only sort by country and type, and it's an aircraft.
But bear is like most vicious opponent for the submarine, I think. Almost. I mean, from the non-submarine opponents.
Veritech shined, and it's a Tu-142. Basically, bear is just from the Navy, lol. Yeah, that thing would have something along the lines of 40, 50, 60. Oh Jesus. Okay. Sonar Boys, search only. 160 plus 240 Sonar Boys. Jesus.
Yeah, I told you.
This
is the most vicious thing for the submarines, I think.
Yeah. I guess we can do that next. Again, I guess we can do that next run.
That's why Phoenix missile was invented, just to kill these guys, I think.
Basically, keep your hands off our fancy submarines. Go away. Yeah. Yeah, that's the. But how many can it? Yeah, but it only has a 56 channel sonar buoy link. So I don't think you can. You basically can't have them all. Can't listen to them all at the same time. Okay, let's see how our submarine is. Okay, maybe I should unpause. Lol. So now the thing is basically first to undock. Okay, and it undocked. Okay, I guess we're going to sprint a little bit away from the coastline. And then gonna commence surge speed.
Wait, where is Cashin?
Cashin is like the basically bait ship like last time. Like it's basically a destroyer, pretty much.
Oh, he's there, like in Murmansk as well.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, and I have set up a rotating mission, so like we will have one on station all the time, one in port, and one like going in between. You see one just left the harbor and basically is now going to go on patrol. Sure, Veritech, you can let me. I don't know if I have. Let me see if you are already on the command bunker. No, you're not.
Who?
Veritech, gonna throw him an invite.
I can check. No, he's not.
Let me check. Database viewer. Ship.
I have a test roll in the command bunker. Like his test roll.
Okay. Ah, yeah, that was basically just because me lazy and wanted to figure out how the stuff worked.
Ah, the muting.
Okay, the Cashin mod class DDG is a gas turbine powered multi-role destroyer. So yeah. Carlo Veritech. That's basically some 76mm, some SA, and one Gore, which I think is some kind of SA8 thingy, if I remember correctly. And
which one you have, like the 61M, the mod, or
we have the 61M.
61M. There is 3 available. Oh, yeah, I think it's Soviet Union one, right?
Yes. Veritech, you're basically completely garbled.
Veritech, Iranian ECM is in effect. We can't hear you.
Rip. Okay, so basically I'm going to do the same thing, just set up search pattern for the Alpha. But although this time I'm not going to be... This time I'm going to drive close enough to the bait.
Oh, maybe he's in a flight and he has shitty internet.
Possible? I don't know.
Oh, we have actually chat. Let me see in the chat.
Better now?
Yes. Go
So
through the jammer.
Are you placing 2688 legacies or improved?
Well, there's they are 1982 variants. So it's pretty much all 1981, 1980,
Yeah.
1982 equipment.
Yeah, the old one. Against the one Alpha.
Jeez.
So I assume it's 1982. There's no ad cap, so well, Los Angeles can get kicked in the ass actually.
Well, the thing is kinda that like the Mark 80, Mark 48, Mark 4s, like they're still better than any torpedo like you have on the Alpha, like by a long shot.
Yeah, but what the Alpha can do is like get shot and run away, get shot and run away, get shot and run away.
Thing is, the speed difference, like our torpedoes are so much slower, that basically the speed difference is the same, pretty much. So basically, if we get shot by a Mark 4, then that's basically same difference as if when we shoot him with one of our torpedoes. Oh, I guess we kind of have our first detection. That's kind of meme. Okay, let's see. Crap. I told it to... Okay, I guess someone is getting shot at. I technically told it to return to standard speed, but I guess it didn't. RIP. Okay, okay, what happened so far? Okay, it was classified, and then I guess we shot... Yep, we shot one of our SSN 17 star... SSN 15 starfishes. And I guess we have a pretty good fix. Can we actually shoot him with normal torpedoes? Yeah, let me see. And let me get the cash in over here. Let me actually switch bloody Syscott to voice activation because holding control key is kinda annoying, lol. Okay, I guess... I hope this should work. We'll see. Okay, let's drop the track. And let's see, can we... Yeah, he's still out of range. He's still quite far. How far is he? 10 nautical. Okay, so he basically can't shoot us yet. What speed is he doing? He's actually doing... Oh no, that's the torpedo. I want to know what the submarine below it is doing. Blocks. Okay, he's doing 20 knots. That direction, okay. So I'm going to get the cash in over here on an intercept course, and... I guess we can see what happens here.
What speed are you doing?
I'm just cruising. I'm just creeping around here at 5 knots.
Ah, you're not making any noise.
Jeez.
Where for an Alpha? You don't have any towed sonar array in the Alpha? I'm not sure about it.
No, the Alpha, the old one, definitely doesn't have any. Like that thing just has.
All right.
That thing just has a bow sonar, and that's it. I think we kind of lost our guy here, but I think he just went below the layer, so we're going to follow there and just drop down below the layer as well. And we probably will regain him, I would guess. Oh, okay. That kind of okay. That 688 kind of got wrecked. I guess he never knew what was coming. I don't know if he probably never detected us. Okay, okay. That one unexpectedly quick. Well, as said, like we had a detection, and I had it on maximum acceleration. When I unpaused, basically our AI, the AI in our submarine had already decided to shoot it. And we kind of got it with one of the rocket-launched anti-submarine torpedoes. So there we go. One of them is already dead. Now we only have...
And you actually detected it with Alpha, not with Cash.
Yes, indeed. The thing is, I think probably he was sprint and drifting, so we probably caught him while he was sprinting. So yeah.
Yeah, 20 knots, man. It's a
So
shit.
that's his problem.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, now we have to find the other one, which might take a while. We'll see.
Yeah, which senseless guy would be at 20 knots so close to the Soviet coast? Who? If you're not running away 20 knots, you're making a shitload of noise.
Well, 20 knots depends how deep you are, and you don't know if that was already torpedo evasion. I'm not sure about that one.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess we can continue here and see what we will find and move our submarine again above the layer, I guess. Creep throttle just above the layer and go. Actually, we're going to set our submarine to sprint and drift, but at something reasonable like, let's say 10, desired average speed, 12 knots. Okay, we actually can't at this depth, so we're going to set it to something like 9 knots. Ah, wait, why isn't my caution cavitating? Doesn't make sense. Should be still assigned to the mission, and I've... Station throttle is creep. Why is this thing not creeping? Guess we manually set it to creep, and don't worry about it. It'll... The typical thing with submarine warfare, like nothing happens for 5 million years. And then everything happens in like 30 seconds or something.
If you're caught in the middle of the sprint, then nothing happens for you.
Well, the thing is we're only sprinting at 13 knots, so it's kind of okay. I told them to avoid cavitation so they won't go too fast.
Yeah, so they wouldn't give out their position to everybody in 100 knots, in miles, not knots.
Well, the thing is basically, if you roughly know where something is, I wouldn't sprint and drift, but if you're like completely clueless where the fuck the submarine is you're searching for, then sprint and drift is pretty good option to actually maximize patrol area.
Do a crazy Ivan.
Port or starboard?
That's already part of the like that's why I'm basically setting these legs at least 90-degree turn.
Well, I should go 180.
I mean, you don't really need to 180 because the dead zone is only roughly 90 degrees. But like we can. I don't want to drive again away from the bait. Basically, that's the thing.
I wonder if it's same effectiveness though for the different zones.
Pretty much yes. Like the problem with the bow sonar mostly is that basically the part behind you is just, well, obviously dead zone. Can't listen there. So
Baffles, yeah.
So you just need to check if something is there. Okay, so far we have fast forwarded through nearly 1 week of, and I think this guy is RTB. This guy RTB? I think so, I'm not sure.
1 week already?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait, but where were those Los Angeles submarines starting at?
They were starting somewhere. One is somewhere in the northern, one was somewhere in the west. I think we got the western one. Still not quite sure why our Cashin is cavitating away here, but I guess...
It wants to go home faster.
I guess...
Done.
I mean, it has more fuel for 2 days, so I guess probably it's going for...
It's not his shift anymore.
Quite possibly. Let me check. Although that... I would be kind of confused about what route he takes to Murmansk. Lol. Let You see. And we'll see. Otherwise, guess we might see what happens. In that case, I need to set smaller legs here on the patrol. Otherwise, we run at the risk at indeed having someone in our battles shooting us, which is usually kind of bad. Is this dude going? Okay, now he slowed down. Now he's doing 5 knots. I don't know. Yeah, it's kinda hard to find submarine trademark. This point, well, I guess if we haven't found one in the first 2 weeks, I guess I'm going to add a TO 142 and just spam Sooner Boys all over the place. Then we still have probably like a few hundred nautical miles to sprint to catch it, so yeah. Let me actually...
If you don't want to overdo it, what you want to 142 to south, drop in IL-38 main, which is the Soviet equivalent to AP3. That should do it, because if 142 is like has 300,000 sonar buoys, man.
Yeah, but I mean, the area is something like 900 nautical miles by 700, so gonna take forever otherwise. Like, I mean, I think I'm going to... The thing is, we're actually not the mission editor, so I can't add anything anyway, so here, rip. There we go.
Oh, shit.
Rip. Okay, our Cashin has more fuel for 21 hours. I hope he automatically RTBs, he should, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Let me see the doctrine window for that guy. Withdraw, redeploy. Withdraw when fuel is less than inherited. Bingo. Yeah. Yeah, there we see, like, our first cash-in at the moment is RTB, while the other one is now leaving port and leaving for patrol. At this point, I pretty much have no idea where to look for that submarine, because it could be pretty much anywhere.
It's in Murmansk waiting for you.
Maybe. What? Oh my. That's ridiculous. You won't believe what just happened.
What happened? Just came back.
They crashed into each other.
No, the Cashin ran out of fuel. 11 nautical miles out from port.
That's alright. 11 miles. It's like maybe it's not run out of fuel. Maybe he's waiting for the tow.
No. They actually said in the log, Cashin mod has run out of fuel and lies dead in the water. Lol.
Spawn some tugboats.
The problem is we're not
those.
Yes, I think so, but we are in mission editor mode, so yeah, not in mission editor mode, so we can't just add shit. So I guess, we now have stationary defense boats sitting there. Rip. And that's quite a legit question if we will ever find this submarine, the second one. I might have slightly overkilled the size of the patrol zone. Lol.
It's like to find the fuel in F-16 after takeoff, right?
Basically. Yeah. Okay, so we're halfway through the second of 4 weeks. Let me move the caching up there. Main problem is kind of that we don't have enough ships to really block off the route, and we don't have anything that lays sonar buoys, so it could basically be anywhere, and it's just trying to cover as much ground. It's takes the amount of time. I'm actually going to manually set the cache into sprint and drift at something like 20 knots. Nah, 15, 16. Well, we can cover some more ground. Going to check out the Faroe Islands.
What's the big white circle?
That's the air sensor range. Basically, the radar on that shit. And I'm not quite sure why it's moving. Okay, I guess sprinting and drifting is kinda heavy on fuel. Well, who would have thought? Okay, we're nearly through second week completely. How to not find a submarine. Yeah. I think this area is a little bit too big for not having some dedicated anti-submarine warfare plane. And I think that's something I might do next time. And just actually, like, remove the cations. But I think this
You can
guy...
replace it with gracious.
well, their sonar is not exactly better. Okay, this guy gonna RTB. I think it's probably better idea to next time take a TO-142 if the area is that big, and I'm just going to take out the cations completely and just throw in a TO-142 and let that thing just drop all the sonar buoys on the world. Because
Yeah, it takes too long.
this is...
Are you in max
Yes.
speed up time?
Yes, max, absolute maximum. I mean, these ships are running around at 5 knots, so it's going to take a while. Actually gonna check the rear side of this Tsar bomb test island. Could be that.
Yeah, no, that's no assembly on the east, the long one, I think.
I don't know. Our Russian by trade has to know this. How's this long island called they tested the Tsar bomb on?
No assembly. Which means new land, I think.
Just some piece of rock.
Just some piece
Yeah,
of...
with a couple of air bases, that's it.
And a couple of craters.
Just one or two. 10 miles wide, that's it.
It's everything secret.
Everything's secret.
Secret documents.
Including them, yeah. Yeah.
What I don't know is all those islands in the north. Who do they belong to? Those are not Russian.
The Faroe Islands are Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. The small ones up in the right corner on the eastern end are probably, I would guess they're Russian.
Russian.
I don't know, let's ask. Let's see. Spitsbergen. That's Spitsbergen. That's not the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands are somewhere up here. Yeah, I'm not.
Faroe Islands, so big. I thought they were way smaller.
Yeah, okay. This stuff up here has Russian names, so I guess it's Russian. But this, I don't know what Spitsbergen belongs to. I would guess it's Norwegian.
It's Franz Josef Land.
Yeah,
the one on the right.
Yes, Spitsbergen is Norwegian. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Still haven't found our second 688. We're now through 2 weeks of searching. Like, we found the first one within like 6 hours. then shot it automatically, and nothing was ever heard from it again.
I was a noob. Which skill did you give the 688?
I think I gave both sides veteran, not ace, but veteran proficiency levels. Yeah. Okay, I guess the backside of some rock island is clear because didn't find anything there.
Some rock island.
We didn't find anything around Spitsbergen. Franz Josef Land is also what? I think no. Okay. For a second, I thought the pathfinding got stuck, but no. Yeah, I don't think we will find the second one. A strong feeling we won't. What we actually can do is maximize our search capacity and manually launch the second one. We're going to unassign that one and launch it individually. Okay, now I can take this one. Yep. And send it up here.
Can launch nukes.
No, I don't have nukes, lazy. Not this time. Not enough nukes. Let's first get that thing out of the harbor there. I'm also going to unassign the second one. Although no, I'm going to send that one RTB and unassign it from the mission. So ideally we have 2 boats out at the same time so we can have some slightly better search nets. I'm going to switch this one to sprint and drift at, I guess 10 knots should be halfway, not completely fuel wasteful. Going to try to block. I'm actually going to go over to our submarine and try to basically meet up with that dude up here. Because at this point, we know that it's not on the east of the rock, and I doubt it's up down here in the south also. I mean, it might be. I doubt it somehow. I mean, actually, while we're at it, let's just make a quick search down here through the littoral waters and check out if anything is here. So, okay, that guy is completely refueled. Let's... Eesh. So here we have is this one? Yeah, that's the one that still has fuel. Going to send that one here. Gonna set it as well to sprint and drift at 10 knots. And going to block off this route with that one, I guess. Then we should at least have a relatively reasonable clue that they are not that the remaining submarine isn't in the east nor the south of the patrol area.
Do you have any limit on the provisions of the submarine that you can set?
I don't think that provisions is modeled. You could probably do it by scripting, but I don't think it's part of the default engine settings.
Okay. I'm surprised it's not. It's so like detailed.
Well, the thing is, I think these 4-week long scenarios are a little bit out of scope, but yeah. Like out of scope of the simulation, but yeah. Something you can model. Yeah, I have a feeling...
Wait, but we searched that yesterday, I think. Can go 100 days. But it's not Alpha though, it's another one.
Yeah. I think that's simply a little bit out of scope for this thingy. I think it's like there's rarely a scenario which takes longer than a week normally.
Well, if you will try to simulate a submarine deployment, which
Yeah,
goes
it's weeks.
transatlantic.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so down there in the south also seems to be clean. And I guess I'm going to send this guy home as well.
And you want to try it?
You're cutting up again.
Sorry, don't you want to try it Papa instead of an Alpha? It's even faster.
Let me see.
Papa, if you need a code for the project, give me 2 seconds.
No, it probably knows it by...
We can't replace, like, in the middle of the mission.
No, that's a later note down.
According to database, it's actually slower.
Really?
Database said it only does 40 knots.
I have in Wikipedia 44.7.
So, okay, this dude has 10 hours of fuel left. I think that he should make that. Actually, let's set him to cruise. Oh no, he's already on cruise. Okay. And why is this thing not moving? Ah, okay, because he reached the end of its waypoint. I think we have to send that one home as well, because otherwise that thing is also going to run out of fuel. Goddamn destroyers. Needs more nuclear power. And I hope we're not going to run this one out of fuel as well. Oh no, seems fine. 2 hours, although... okay, I might have... Yep. Okay, we have run the second ship out of fuel.
Shit.
It's just sitting now also, like, basically in grabbing distance of the port. Nice. Quality.
Will be harder to detect him.
Yeah, it's basically... And I think we're also going to run the third unit out of fuel, although, no, I think that's fine. That one should hopefully be fine. We have fuel for 18 hours, and that looks like way less than 18 hours. Okay, that kinda went very... And we have 4 days left out of 28. Nice. Okay, refueled, launch. Okay, let's see if we can actually still find this dude. Let's cruise out there. Okay, and I'm actually going to relieve the Alpha from sprint and drift and just send it under the layer. Let it do 20 knots. I have a strong feeling of we will not find shit. We have 3 days and 10 hours left. Things at this point I would also expect basically for the 688 to come for us in case it finds us, like, because we're pretty light at this point.
Yeah, I swear.
But if he's like all the way on the other end, like the patrol area is like 900 by 800 nautical miles, and there's absolute maximum sonar range for something really fucking loud, and we're not that loud. We're loud, but not that fucking loud. It's like 70 miles, so yeah. Probably we won't find shit.
Yeah, the Los Angeles could have easily harpooned the ship. But nope.
And that's what happened to us last time. The bait kinda got wrecked by harpoons. Jesus. Okay, I guess this is the most unexciting commando fucking mission ever.
What did you want? Like you're streaming just submarine warfare? Like it's the definition of unexciting most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's happening. Okay. 20 hours. Nothing's going to happen. I think I'm going to run the next one in the mission editor, then at least at the end we can figure out where the thing actually went. Lol. Yeah, 6 hours. I doubt we're going to find anything. Okay, and just for the giggles, let's just go loud as possible and drive around in the Alpha race car like it's 1941. So fast. 42 knots. Much fast. Such wow. Okay. Scenario has concluded. 0 points. Okay, nice. Bye. Okay, let's let's open that scenario in the scenario editor. And I'm going
It
to...
will look something like the recording to see where it was.
I think you can record, but I have not figured out yet if you can actually see both sides with that unless you're in the editor mode. So we're going to run this one in the editor mode so we can actually figure out where stuff is. I'm going to place... are we on the correct side?
Y score is 0, by the way, if you
you have to manually set what gives what kind of score. Like you have to manually assign objectives. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we're on the Soviet side. I'm going to keep Murmansk just for keks, and I'm going to add units. Single unit. It's a facility, and it's a single unit. Single unit airfield. 2 times 4,000 meter plus runway. Seems like a plan to me. Okay, now I'm going to add some Tu-142s to that. So we want country Soviet Union. Here, that one. And we take the 1981 one, I guess. That's selected. 1. Call sign Sauron. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Park, no loadout. Ready arm. Okay. What do we want? We have one with just a fuck ton of... Since we just want to find it, so I'm just going to load the one with all the... Actually see what's the difference between them. That one is a passive only with a maximum range of 4 nautical miles in the very low frequency band. And the other one we have less of is also a passive only. Very low frequency. Refined. Okay, does it say data link is 25 nautical? Basic search. What's the difference between refined and basic search? Not quite sure what that means. Okay, one has 300-minute battery life, the other one has 100. Okay, that one has probably more processing capabilities or something. Refined search, caution system. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm going to ready immediately. Yes, okay. And now we're going to go to the mission editor and add all the cache-ins and the Tu-142 to the anti-submarine mission. And stuff should be taking off soonish. Meanwhile, we can launch our kinda unfortunate Alpha. Okay, let's fast forward the time a little bit. There it comes, and I'm gonna adjust the volume a little bit for the... So Sauron launched and will start spamming Sooner Boys at some point. How's our ships? Okay. The cash-ins are still readying because they just docked, and the Alpha is going to be ready in 5 minutes. What is that? I guess it's the tail gunner. Yeah, tail warning radar. Lol. Funny. Okay. Okay, and Gonna exit that. We're gonna set it to just over the layer. And we're actually going to set it to creep throttle because we actually kind of intend to find stuff with the TU-142. That guy's just spamming Suna boys like there's no tomorrow. Jesus. That's a lot of Suna boys. Holy shit. Don't know if you can. We're probably gonna come through any second now on the stream, but it's basically just like all the fucking Suna boys.
Yeah, the 142 looks like he's playing Snake. I don't know if you're playing Snake, the game.
Basically. How many?
Fuck.
Oh, and one of our Suna boys actually detected something. Like, this is amazing. Why didn't we do this before? Okay, close and resume. So, going to give our... Actually, I'm going to send our Alpha that direction. And going to place a reference point so we can later reference that. And say, let's call it... Okay, I need to deselect all... Yes. And now, I'm gonna rename that to... What's time in game? It's 1754, 12th of August, 17... Okay, basically 1800 Zulu.
Oh, 6 miles from the sun, I estimate. Let's say it's at 10 miles. It's like the bear flew on top of a fucking submarine, literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, it probably drove into them. Yeah, it pretty much drove into them. You can see pretty much it's now exactly over it. 18th of August. No, 12th of August. 12th of August. 12th August. And it's 1800 Zulu. We're going to move that right on top of him. Yeah, he's currently running shallow, as kind of to be expected. Okay, and I'm going to manually give the TU-142 new course. Has been classified as SSN by our fancy Suna boys. Okay. The thing is, I would sprint over there at 42 knots, but that's only one of them too, and I kind of guess actually that is the northern one. So we're actually going to... Is that guy already RTB? No. And he definitely has more Suna boys, so where are you going? Okay, I don't know. I'm going to give you another waypoint. Go over here. What? Okay, what? Okay, and we got a precise classification, so now we know exactly what it is and get sensor ranges and such on the map. Meanwhile, our own submarine didn't even left port yet.
Nukes!
Oh, we don't have nukes.
Shoot all the nukes, shoot!
No nukes available, lol.
Don't care.
Launch barrel of 10 SS-18s with 10 warheads each on the position. No more submarine or water or anything.
Okay, I'm actually going to sprint at maximum depth along the Suna boy line. So if we're fast enough, we might get there faster than the Suna boys expire, basically, battery power wise. And
How many hours do they have?
5 hours. The first ones are running out at the moment, but okay. And now we lost track on that 688. But I think Sauron is basically going to throw more Suna boys in the water there to keep track. I guess at least. No, he isn't. Dude, what you're doing? The RGB? Nope. Okay, let's give him a new waypoint.
Yeah, the bear should have at least 12 hours of patrol time. At least. I don't remember the numbers.
Yeah, he still has like 43 tons to bingo, so yeah. We have time. But I'm going to try to regain contact with that 688 because we actually lost track of him 40 minutes ago. So I'm just going to vector the bear basically around the area uncertainty and let him make basically a Sooner Boy cage.
Yeah.
And try to box him in so we don't lose track. Oh, there we have him again. Nice. Well, now I'm going to basically... Okay, and he's going... Course 247, so I'm going to send the bear at the same course. Roughly over here. Meanwhile, our Alpha's going a good job of running there. And we again lost track of that dude. Where did he go? Are we still dropping alternating? Okay. I guess he went shallow. I'm not quite sure. Okay. I don't know how he escaped us there. I guess he's shallow. Although we have shallow boys there, so I'm not sure. Guess I'm going to make another box. Just try to keep track up as long as possible. But I guess we're actually going to... Ah, there he is again. Basically running directly over our Sooner boys. That's nice. Very nice of him.
Database doesn't say when Squall was introduced to the service.
Yeah, the thing with the Skrull is that's kinda subject for debate. And when like entered service and if it was actually used. I've heard something like 82, but it's not 100% sure, basically.
If what was used?
The Skrull rocket torpedo.
Super cavitating.
Yeah. It's 100 knot. How much does it do? 300 knots? 200 knots?
No, 200. And now we actually got a fully accurate designation. Like now we actually know even which singular boat it is. Lol. Okay, meanwhile, I think I'm going to go over to the east, assign our Tu-142 to the anti-submarine warfare mission again. I'm just going to try to box in anything which might be in the west. Let's see how that goes.
Yep, he confirmed the 142 is a playing snake.
And I lost track again on that sub, so I guess Sauron is going to go back up there and just drop more Sooner boys around that dude.
Are the sonar boys a mix of active and passive, or they're all active?
They're actually all passives.
Alright.
Like they're different types of Sooner boys, but they're all passive. I'm not quite sure how I lost him. Typical submarine warfare things. It just disappeared, rip.
Yeah, man.
I have a feeling that's
5
actually...
dots.
I have a feeling that could be actually the limitation of Sooner Boys we can have on our link at the same time. I'm going to unassign Sauron here and just move him to loiter. Does this thing actually have a magnetic anomaly detector? Yes, it has.
Yep.
Okay, I guess so. We're just going to fly very low. I'm just going to tell the dude to fly low as fuck and try to find it with the mad.
Yes, but I don't remember seeing it. That's the funny thing. Yeah, I saw it in the main, the tail, but in 142 in the tail, no. Let me check.
Okay, minimum altitude. And we're going to tell it to loiter throttle around here, and I'm basically just going to tell him to
60 meters should do.
just going to tell him. It's going to be hard though because the 688 has a non-magnetic hull, so we're going to see if that helps anything. I'm starting to have a feeling we maybe should have sent it to you. Although no, maybe not. Okay, the guy was actually stationary when we lost him. Okay.
Could it
Oh, no.
like
No, wait.
could it went like really low and go away below the sonar
layer.
beam?
We actually, like, you can see with the sonar boys, like, they have arrow downwards or upwards. And that basically means if they are above the layer or below the layer. Okay, the estimated position from the last known course would be here. No, I don't want to add a unit. I meant to add the reference point here. Because he was doing 20 knots, so this is pretty much guesswork position 21, 20 Zulu. 21 Zulu of question marks. I think the stream kinda died. Did it do that? Or is it fine? Oh.
Goes
it's
okay
fine.
for me.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to drive our T142 over there and run more of a search pattern along the course. Ah, we have him again. He got spotted by some Sooner boys, I guess. Yep. See if we can actually mad detect him. If, then we probably should get him now. Nope. And we also lost him again with the Sooner boys. Oh, there he is again. I guess pretty much we have to have Sooner boys directly on top of him. Is he running deep or is he running shallow? Last known depth was 100 feet, so pretty much running low. Okay, so I'm actually going to reassign Sauron to the anti-submarine warfare mission. Assign units to mission anti-submarine warfare, and I'm going to give him basically a line along the course of the 688. So he can drop some submarine rights. Yeah, he can drop some submarines. Singapore is right on
That
his
would be
course.
nice.
TU-142 drop submarines.
Yes, Comrade, let's launch some submarines on top of the enemy.
Drop tanks. Like in that photo, there is like a tank going. I go hunt submarine for the motherland from the edge of the ship.
Ah, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know that picture.
What if I told you that the 142 actually doesn't have a match detector?
Then I wouldn't believe you.
Good. Now I'm trying to look at it in the book, but there is not a single fucking picture of the mat. And I find it weird.
I think I'm going to send him back to his intended altitude. Ah, we found the submarine again. It might be that that might be the thing. It might be that the data link is line of sight limited. And that's why we didn't have him, because we didn't have contact with the Suno boys. And we lost him again. But he's pretty much running along the course predicted, so hopefully we should be able to keep contact at least reasonably often here. Yep. There he is again. Basically, I have a solid as fuck fix at this point where he's going. And as I say that, we drop the contact. Okay, question mark. Why are we only doing 20 knots pulse? Full flank tanks. Okay, let's actually... Is he still doing 20 knots? Yeah, he's still doing 20 knots. So let's extrapolate. Let's make an assumption where he will be at the end of our swimmer boys in roughly 5 hours. So that is pretty much 0500 Zulu. So we're going to add another reference point and say this is our estimate for 0500. Okay. Can we make it in that time? Another question. When are we going to be there? 7 hours. Yeah, we're probably not going to make it to an intercept. But we should be reasonably close at that point.
You weren't prepared for Sonar Boys to be so effective, I think.
Oh no, I know they're like pretty useful. Like I've run multiple anti-submarine warfare missions. It's just that I wanted to do it with surface ships only, but the size of the area I choose was kinda overkill for that.
Huge.
Why is this thing keeping... Where did that thing throttle down again? Okay, okay, we actually will make it into range, I think. So question is, what is that range? That's 40. We probably should try to get within 20 nautical miles so we can just rocket torpedo him. That's 30, okay. When will we be there? We will be there in 3 hours. That is pretty much 400 Zulu, so I think that's pretty good. How much sooner boys does our 142 still have left? Roughly 50, okay. I'm going to run another pass diagonally over that dead spot. And I hope we will pick him up then again. Okay, we didn't. That's kinda sad. Let's try to close that gap there. Nope. I think we lost him actually. At least we haven't heard him for the last 2 hours.
Got to sign off.
Copy.
Good luck with the hand. I'll finish it tomorrow. Gonna hit the sack now.
Yes, good night.
Take care,
Bye.
man. See you.
Okay, our TO142 is actually bingo fuel now. Ah, and we have found this thing again.
Could it be actually the decoy?
What do you mean? With could it be the decoy?
The how you call it? It's like torpedo, but it's a decoy.
Oh yeah,
Emitting-
submarine simulator.
Yes.
Technically, it could be, but I mean, we've been tracking this thing, and I mean, the AI sometimes does false classifications, but not for like we have been tracking it for the last pretty much nearly 2 days now, and it has been repeatedly classified as Los Angeles Flight 1 submarine, so I would guess it is that actually. Let's correct our estimate for 500 Zulu, so that's 2.5 hours. He's still doing 20 knots and he's going course 205. So he will do basically 30 nautical miles until then. Our first estimate wasn't too bad. 201, 30. So basically we'll land here and that's Sooner Boy. I'm going to adjust that reference point here. So we can base our intercept on that. Yeah, let's see. Going to try to get a little bit closer. I think now would probably... although I guess we can still run a little bit on that speed because his maximum sonar range is 70 nautical miles. And he's been running over the layer pretty much all the time. So yeah, we probably want to slow down in an hour or so. Okay, he's there. Now he's actually running deep. And he's running 20. I'm not sure if he can hear us. Not sure if they can deploy his towed array at 20 knots. Could be that's too fast. I think we can run 1 more hour at this speed.
Like, can you actually set, like, you know, as you can do in BMS with the pre-planned threads, like, or you, as you can do in Silent Hunter, to just draw some circles, whatever you want, the geometry. Like, in each spot where you actually see him, just put a circle with the time
Ah, yeah, that's...
and max, and like the speed you're supposed to have.
Do you mean like what you have with contacts when they fade, when you lose them? Like they have a timer
Yeah.
for how long, and
Yeah.
the area uncertainty grows depending on the speed it had while you had last detected him?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it does that automatically. It's like basically this red box here, and that will periodically update. You see it's growing, basically. Slowly.
It's like I've seen a guy um, in a Silent Hunter. So it's basically just German World War II submarine. He was like using that fucking how you call it, it's not a sonar, but you basically hear you still hear something. I forget how it's called, like underwater microphone or something. And he actually determined the like average, like not average, the approximate position by drawing some circles while this freighter was moving.
Ah, yes, you basically look at the line of sight. You basically look at the line of sight the sound has from you, because it's on the hold.
Yeah.
And then you basically, yeah, that's basically what the AI does automatically, as long as you have a track. Basically, it will start with a bearing only, and then it will, based on your own movement and the line of sight movement, it will try to figure out where is actually the position, and will, over time, basically make that area of uncertainty smaller.
The thing is, that guy in Silent Hunter, he did hit the freighter without even emerging above the water, without any periscope, without nothing, just by hearing this shit.
Yep.
I think it was 3 torpedoes he launched.
Yeah, makes sense. Like a fan out shot. Okay, so we actually
No more buoys for you.
Yeah, they all disappeared, but our bear is back in the air, so I'm just going to send it back over here. But meanwhile we can extrapolate. It's now another 2 hours behind, so it should be probably another 30 nautical miles that direction here. So it should be pretty much in our face.
Wait, is that red circle, right? It's like it's like an atom. No, not yeah, it's like an atom, right? It's like it can be anywhere in that circle.
Yeah, exactly. Like the circular ones are the sensor ranges, but like the slightly egg-shaped one is like the area of
Just
uncertainty.
launch all the torpedoes now.
I actually thought
Full spread.
full torpedo. I actually thought about, because we have an extrapolated position for from 5 hours ago, and he was doing 20 knots direction 201. It's actually what I actually am thinking about is doing a rocket torpedo strike on an extrapolated course position, if you know what I mean. But I don't know if he turned, so it would be kind of just guesswork, but we could try that.
Like, consider like how much you have, how many you have them.
Yeah, I have 9 of them, so, and I fired 1, so we still have 8 and 2 submarines to sink, so I guess one guess shot is kind of okay. Okay, 201 and 6 hours. Wait. He would be actually way further. Yeah, he would be... Wait, my brain... Yeah, I think I have calculated for 10 knots before. It says 5 hours. And at 20 knots, that would be 100 miles, so that would be out here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's... We can't make a shot there anyways. Yeah. Okay, that's our new estimated position. For 7:30 guesswork. Zulu 7:30 Zulu guesswork. Okay. Going to set course over there and command Sauron to straight run over to our estimated position and going to unassign it from the anti-submarine warfare mission for the moment, so it doesn't drop a million, quadrillion, lots of sonar buoys before it even gets there. Okay, and we're actually going to set him to something higher altitude. I'm going to give him military thrust. Okay, I'm going to set him back to cruise. Gonna pause. Assign him back to that mission so he automatically drops stuff. And going to... Yeah, we can keep that, but we're gonna remove the manual overrides for altitude and speed. So let's see what happens here. I have no idea why, for some, he seems to be dropping low. I'm not quite sure why that is. Could be that some of the sonar buoys have something like a maximum altitude you can drop them at. I'm not sure. Yeah, we lost the contact, unfortunately. It was too old. Okay. I would guess he changed calls.
At this point, yeah, it's a good guess. Brilliant deduction.
Let me be, god damn it.
I've noticed he was like just staying at one place a couple of times. Maybe he just wasn't moving at all.
Now, last time we detected him, he was doing 30 knots. 20 knots, I mean. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to try to maybe create a network here which might cut him off. And this is, kids, why you don't find submarines. Submarines find you. They're just much better at, yeah, not being detected and shit. Okay, I'm going to try to patrol inside this box here and figure out if he's in here. Probably not. Then I'm going to give that guy a new patrol box.
So MAD wasn't effective.
No, MAD wasn't effective. I guess he was too deep, and the 688 has a non-magnetic hull, so he basically gets a buff against MAD.
You have first thumbs down. Oh, yes.
Hmm?
We did it. You have first thumbs down.
But why?
Why? I will send you a picture. Why? Resend it though. That's why.
Back, I'm going to monitor the rest of this Sooner Boy waste operation. Got that. Nothing found. Guess we just lost him.
Oh, boys, losing batteries. Shit, again. Why they are not nuclear power buoys? What the this shit, comrade.
Okay, let me see. What? God damn it, that picture. Lol. MiG-21 tank, what is that? Lol. Seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, our Sauron is going back to base. Oh no, he's actually patrolling with Mad, I guess. I'm actually going to tell him to RTB and please just get more Sooner Boys because they are OP. Like, it started so good. We just got a random pretty good detection and then we just lost it. God damn it. At least this time we have a lot more time. Like, if relative to the amount of searching capacity we have. Tier 152, stop flying over ground. You're drunk. Go up there. There's water. Thanks.
I guess that area is still too big.
Yeah. Problem is they basically have to more or less step onto them because the range of the Sooner Boys is only something like 4 miles and we didn't detect them at more than 1 mile. Oh, Jesus.
Did you launch this one in editor mode?
Yes, this is running an editor mode, so technically we could check where he is.
No. More bears.
You say more too?
More bears.
Okay, we just add more bears hacks, okay. More bears. More tier 142s. We want the 81 one. Do we? Wait. Yes, the 81 one. And we add... How many do we want?
Take at least 4
Okay.
for starters.
Okay. Now we're going to... We have to ready arm them with all the sonar... With the ready... With all the sonar boys set up. and gonna assign them to the anti-submarine warfare mission. I'm actually going to set the submarine to it as well, because I'm kinda tired of putting random waypoints for it. And I'm going to disable the 1/3 rule, because we just want the maximum search capacity at the same time out in the field.
Looks like there were like approximately 100 of them constructed. So in this area, I suppose like roughly 20 at least should be.
Pulse. I'm going to give them first waypoints spread out a little, so they don't drop the boys all in the same area. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to unassign the submarine from the mission, because it's going way too fast. AI, please don't make me detected. Okay.
Your sub is cavitating, what?
Yeah, the AI made it cavitate, because the AI sometimes is a little bit silly. Okay, so basically this feels... Do you know that Star Trek episode of the original series where like they're building some kind... Like aliens are building some kind of force field thingy around the Enterprise? Like where they basically... like their ships are trailing some kind of energy net behind them. And what is this guy doing? Whatever. And they're basically enclosing the Enterprise in it, and this one kind of feels like it. And it's a little
It was
bit...
second season because I could digest only first one.
Okay.
Did I told you a story about the bear and the red paint?
No.
I think I did. Basically, I think it was these bears, probably. But I heard it from an old man. Well, kind of old. He's like 55. And he was a tech guy in the airfield in Kazakhstan, probably somewhere. And they had a tech hangar for the bears there.
Mm-hmm.
And those bears were like going to the missions in the seas. And one of the mission was to do photos for the American carriers
Yep.
deployed there. And so they were like flying casually above them, and each time they flying above the carrier or in the vicinity to do a photo, some F-14s actually took off from the carrier, and American guys already knew where exactly the camera located in the bear. So the guys in F-14s, they were like flying information. When the bear is getting close to the carrier, they took off and they flying information with the bear exactly at that angle, so they would cover the camera, so it couldn't do a good photos for the carrier. And and there was a photo tech back in the base, and each time he was like going to the camera, servicing camera, and then uploading mechanically uploading the photos, and not a single fucking
Upload to
photo.
Imgur.
Yeah, not a single fucking photo. Actually, gave him a good carrier picture, and he couldn't report anything good, and he was frustrated by that, and like his frustration was growing. And after some months, he actually like took a glass can. I think it was half liter. He said, yeah, he said it was half liter glass can, and he poured there a red paint and closed it. And he actually put it to the camera bay. Camera bay in the bear, he said it's like opening to like expose the camera to the surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And he put this fucking camera right in that bay. And at that deployment, Bear was actually flying really high above the carrier. And these F-14s went for this shit again. But this time, when the carrier, when the Bear photo bay opened, the fucking can, it splashed on the F-14.
Lol.
Nothing was damaged, but like, yeah, it was. I don't know, like, yeah, I kind of skeptic about that, but like, why would this guy lie? Like, I don't know, he's just old guy. I met him in my hometown, and he said like, well, like F-14 guys, I don't know what was inside the cockpit, but nothing bad happened. Like, they were still flying, and later when the Bear returned in the base, they found out like why did it happen, and that phototech was like there's like a thing called Komsomol. Komsomol is like a party, but for the young guys, like for the young techs, like young army men, and they were having regular meetings. And after that, this tech, he was paraded in a shame for the next 6 months in each Komsomol meeting as like, you know, having very dangerous uh, unfitting to the officer behavior. And he was stripped from the, I think, salary for the 6 months as well, or something like that.
What? Well, yeah, like at this point, we're pretty much just Snake Deluxe Edition, but still not finding anything. Jesus.
More bears, maybe.
I guess.
How many you need to find it, actually?
I don't know anymore. Jesus. Yeah, to be honest, I'm probably going to just add more bears. Let's add like 5 more. God damn it. This was the worst idea ever, making this zone so big, I think. Okay. Load more Suno boys, and assign them to the anti-submarine version, so... Fly, little birds, fly! Find submarine, pulse tanks. And at this point, I'm actually even too lazy to give them manual waypoints anymore. I'm just going to let them fly their random tracks. Although, no. This is so ridiculous. We're not finding him.
And there are two of them,
Yes.
not one.
Like we got one in the early beginning when we couldn't get there fast enough with the submarine. Oh my god, we found something! It's right in our face. Nice. The submarine is roughly 5 light years away. What a surprise. Okay, we have something. Okay, let me actually... Oh, yeah, that was not what I wanted, I guess. Whatever. I wanted to delete this reference point here. Yep. Okay,
You need to actually, you know what? Make a new area for bears. Like around that spot
yeah, I know what you
that's
mean.
smaller. And let them fly only there. All everything in buoys.
It's actually not that bad of an idea. I'm going to let me see. We're going to add and define an area that is circular. Like this. Oh, shit. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted. Kinda glitched. Okay, let's delete that. Define area, circle, something like this. And now we're going to make a new vision. Sub number 1. Gonna make it a patrol mission, anti-submarine warfare patrol. And we're going to assign from the bears. We're going to unassign 4 of them, I guess. No, 3. No, wrong arrow. Going to unassign 3 of them and assign them to this mission. And I'm going to, for good measure, I'm going to add another bear because I deleted one. Just in case. SSN classification, yes. We kinda expected that. Okay, add 1. I'm going to put that to all the Sooner Boys loadout and gonna assign that to the sub number 1 mission. And we're going to take the sub number 1 mission and disable 1/3 rule because we want all the submarines on, not all the submarines, all the bears on station. Okay. Let's mark that as hostile. Okay. And we're going to tell our submarine to sprint over here, I guess. I think with that amount of Sooner Boys, we should be kinda safe from getting intercepted. I hope. In before we just get nuked. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to make the area smaller because we had a pretty good fix. So I'm going to delete all those. I'm going to make a new area. That's smaller. More like this. I think I should be able to add that to the mission. Add points currently highlighted on map. Yes, validate area. Yes, okay, very good. So that we just run out of bloody sonar boys.
You need trained seals.
Yeah, I think so.
Like literally submarine carrying trained seals.
Something like that, yes.
They swim to the closest submarine and attach charges.
Sounds very World War II to me. The older boys are basically running out of battery power. Like some of them have 120 minutes battery life, and the other ones have 300-minute battery life. Lots of bloody sonar boys. Lol. Sounds sounds like a band. The Sonar Boys.
Maybe you actually can just. You see that close to your sub, there is like a line of buoys still alive. Can go through that line and go fast.
We are already at
'Cause-
maximum velocity.
Maximum?
We are already doing 42 knots. Race car submarine. The submarine is like doing a good job at dodging somehow that we're dropping like 9 million sonar boys above him. Like we last detected him 2 hours ago.
Fuck.
Yeah. But I don't think he should make it out. Yeah, I don't know. How soon can we get there? 5 hours. We'll be there in 5 hours. The amount of Sooner boys. Don't even want to know how many it does. They are.
It could have go way to the right side. You see, there's like a gap.
True. I guess I can select one of these guys.
Not far though.
Yeah, let me try to select this one and close that gap in our OP amount of Sooner boys construction. Was it deep or was it shallow, by the way? He was shallow. Remind me if I ever try to do such a big search area again that I'm insane. I was like, with more ships, it's going to be fine. We're going to find it really quickly. Except, nope. Nope, not happening. me see how much. Okay, I'm just going to manually drive this one and manually drop just a lot of Sooner Boys on the expected course. Because you can manually drop Sooner Boys. Owner Boys. Sooner Boys. Oh, whatever. Okay. Turn to him now. Okay. Actually need to be a little bit more south. Okay, and I need to check the command. The command for drop passive sonar boy. Shallow overlay is shift left bracket. Deep is left bracket. Okay, we're going to drop a lot of them with shallow because it was shallow, but we're just going to mix it. Yeah, I guess that didn't work. Where is he? God damn it. What is this? God damn it. Lazy, where is he? Like, he come. What?
Like, majority of those buoys are shallow.
I actually dropped them basically mixed. But I can drop only deep ones here. For the flight plan, so we can put a lot of deep ones as well. Yeah, I don't know anymore.
So you can reveal him, right?
Technically, yes. Shall we do it?
Yeah, like just for experiment, like
Okay.
just see where he is and do buoys there. Maybe it's like maybe
Okay.
buoys have something like, I don't know, 50% probability of detection.
Okay, we're going to enter God mode for a second. If I remember, wait, there is God mode. Control V. Okay, he's over here. So he's basically like within half the range and we don't hear him. But he's doing 5 knots, so okay. We're going to cross his course and throw some Sooner Boys there. We're going to disable gold mode again. Wait, why are you not dropping Sooner Boys? Okay, I'm going to... Do we still have? Yes. Okay, one more check. Is he low or is he high? He is still shallow, so we're going to drop shallow ones.
So he was basically just not moving.
Yeah, he's basically submarine at 5 knots. Detecting that is like kinda hard. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's actually check if he gets detected by that. Nope. I guess Sonar Boy is not OP enough. I mean, he's driving right past us, literally. Holy shit. I mean, how close does that shit have to be? What? Okay, at this point, he's literally within how close? Yeah, 0.4 nautical miles of our Sonar Boy. Nice. Ah, now we have him, actually. Nice.
Well, eventually you would hit those buoys there.
Basically. Where's our submarine? Ah. Fucking hell. Going to take forever to get there. What, did he surface? He actually popped his what? He actually surfaced and is using his
He's
radar?
mocking you. He's mocking you.
Wait. What? Okay, yeah, I noticed that. God damn it. Yeah, God damn it. Yeah. He's actually doing 0 knots at the moment.
He's like, come at me, bro.
I think he's trying to find escort or something. Oh no, he is actually moving. Yeah, he's doing 5 knots. But he's surfaced. What? 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 Okay.
What about the oxygen? Like, maybe he needs to surface like once in 4 weeks.
No, that's not a problem with nuclear submarine. That's fine. Okay, let's just run over his course again and just preemptively spam it with Sooner Boys. What do you think? Can we gun him with our tail gunner? Probably fails because it's, let me see, what's this valid targets? Aircrafts and helicopters. God damn it. Maybe if we fly close enough above him, and maybe we can hit him like with a Sooner Boy from throwing it at him. You're probably at the moment regretting life choices, like, why do I do this challenge?
He's like, I think. No, that's not gonna work. Wait, but you're doing 42 knots and you're still not there.
Yes. We're doing 42 knots and we will be arriving in 4 hours. 4 hours, 47 minutes.
And that tail gunner, like, can he shoot just somewhere? Not at the target?
Like, wait, we can check the arcs. Show arc for that one. And it bugged out the weapons thingy again. Nice. Hello? Someone?
I wonder if, like, the amount of sonar buoys you dropped is like the whole amount Soviet Union had.
Maybe. You never know. Yeah, he can basically shoot in the rearward arc of the control radar here. Sigh.
I think it has 30mm guns.
It's 23mm.
23.
Mm-hmm. You know what I actually want to know? Scout mode on currently. Okay, wait, what? Scout mode disabled. Let me actually check. Does he actually see? Yeah, he actually sees. Like, that's the picture that the submarine we're looking for currently has. Does this radar see us? Yes. But also just no, it's just the RWR he has. He's like, this is a safe place to surface. There's only fucking 9 million bears around me. Do you know what's going to happen? I'm going to arrive with my submarine and die. Calling it now. Calling it now.
Bears have torpedoes, though, no?
Yeah, the thing is, I could load them with torpedoes, but I loaded them with Sooner Boys only. Shall I load one with torpedoes, you say?
Depends on your submarine success.
Okay.
Load nuke. Can you just place ACBM somewhere, like, I know, in Moscow? Place ACBM in Moscow.
I don't know.
It will take how many? Like 11 minutes, 20 to fly to this place. He surfaced anyway.
I'm probably going to nuke the T-142s though as well.
They will have time to go away.
Go away. Okay, now
Place topple ICBM.
okay,
The railroads one. That do they have? No, they don't.
probably they have. Okay, let me see. Topol. SSN 27 or 25? Right. That's all way newer than our current date. I guess we have time traveling. Do we have? I guess we have time traveling once.
Well, there is maybe there is something like less scary. What's there?
SS24. How old is that? Also too new. 23. Also too new. 22 doesn't exist. 21. That actually works. What is the
100
range?
kilotons.
This is 100 kilotons nuclear. What's its range? Only 40 nautical miles. That's not good enough. That's not going to work. 20.
Well, place him somewhere like, I don't know.
SS. What is this thingy? That thing actually has 2,750 nautical miles. That could work. Boom. Where's its range circle? Wait. How far is that? Yeah, easily within range. It's perfectly fine. I don't know what the issue is here. Okay, each has three independent re-entry vehicles of 50 kilotons. Question is, can we just launch that shit at a given point? Let me see. Okay, unit is not authorized to use nuclear weapons. We can change that. You're totally granted.
Yeah, after what we've seen, totally granted.
Okay, we go RTBR.
Wait. Your sub should go there first.
Okay.
He's still there, by the way. You still see him. He's still surfaced.
Yes. It's literally mocking us. It's like swimming in a like. Do you think that is enough, Sooner Boys, to detect a surface submarine? I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Tell you, he's going to dive as soon as we arrive or something.
Wait, you like have maximum speed?
Time acceleration at the moment, no, but I can do that.
Yeah, do like stop if he disappears.
Okay, stop with the radar. No, there is he again with the radar. Lol. Meanwhile, I will make a new area for that. Okay, delete these. Make a new define rectangle. We're going to add this to the sub number 1 mission. Validate area, yes, okay. And back to maximum time warp. There comes our submarine.
I know what will happen, like when you almost reach this guy, the second sub will find you because we're cavitating.
Possibly. This guy is still surface. I have no idea what his plan is, to be honest. Like, zero. Okay.
Blood he's like, I don't want to exist anymore. and this.
And he has like 4 TU-142s flying overhead, and he's just like, kill me already. Oh, he actually disappeared. Okay. I guess now we just fly overhead and drop a lot of Sooner Boys again.
Just your sub is like there, up there. Like just launch all torpedoes, spread, and that's it.
The guy is still 60 nautical miles out. The furthest I can reach is 12. But I have him again. I just dropped the shit ton of Suna boys on his head. He's basically the submarine crew on the 688. Oh, he surfaced again as well.
I think AI at this point just understand that it's you don't need to be underwater with these sonar boys because they're dropping on his head.
It's basically the submarine crew just knows what's up by just the periodical dunk on the submarine hull because they are hitting Suna boys. Okay, we're actually getting in range. Something's happening.
Full spread, micro, full spread.
Yes.
Maximum yield.
Maximum yield on the conventional warheads. Okay, I'm actually going to drop to... Wait, let me... Full 32 knots. And we're going to drop to something from which we can launch our rocket launch torpedoes. Minus 195. No, 195, not 185, 95. Avoid cavitation. Okay, we will be in range any second now. I love how that guy is still surfaced.
It's enough for...
Okay, here we go. Actually, okay, somehow that... Okay, I guess that guy heard our launch transient. I don't know. I think... Or he just randomly turned and has no idea that there's a torpedo coming for him.
Drop all of them.
Okay, I guess I can shoot two more.
Or at least 4. Cover cover like at least 60 degrees.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's going to die. The first one already locked on. Boom. Okay, that was unexciting.
I can tell you how you can find the other guy probably. How many nukes does that thing have?
you mean the launcher we
Yes.
just faced? Okay, actually, I don't know what happens if you like it. Okay, let's actually. I'm not going to search for the second one. I'm just going to.
Yeah.
Okay, here
Nuke
it is.
all northern part.
Okay, he's doing 5 knots. I actually don't know how long they. I actually.
What's the depth?
He's at 95 feet.
Okay, let's test that.
Okay.
Wait, you need to calculate what it will take for the charge to be there.
Yeah, I was thinking about
calculate,
that.
Micro, that's what you do.
I don't know the flight time, so I'm actually just going to shoot one. We have 4 missiles, and just take the time how long it takes. I have a stopwatch on my wristwatch calculator. So, so we're just gonna do that. But let's assume the thing takes like 10 minutes. That would be like less than 1 mile, so we're going to lead by 1 mile. So basically, here, yeah. Can only attack when I'm not in God's Eye mode. That's lame. Okay, let's switch off that. And let's target this. And fire. Fire. Okay. Okay, it's on its way. Nuke, where are you? Ah, here. Okay, I'm going to lock it to that and just... Wait, is that an X? Yes. There's our missile. This can only take forever. Okay, we're going 3,000 knots, so that's roughly average Mirage 2000 speeds. We're going at 125,000. No, actually way more. Should have just written down the time. Okay, at this point we have 55 kilometers above sea level, and we're doing 4,800 knots. Okay, to be honest, I will just speed this up. Oh, okay, it split. That's why it dropped the track, because now there's the three re-entry vehicles. I know, I think it's actually Mod 3, and it's one... Well, whatever. There's no anti-ballistic missiles here, so I guess it's fine.
You like those on F-15s?
Yeah. Boost phased intercept.
Yeah.
What do you think? How accurate will our guesswork lead be? Lol. Probably the missile itself. Oh, it's actually pretty good.
We'll be alright.
Yeah, we're like within... aim point is like close. It's just diving at the casual 9,000 knots.
It intercepted.
Oh, wait, let us actually check if the submarine knows what's coming. It probably doesn't. At least I wouldn't know how. Yeah, submarine is like, this is fine. Okay. Let's go. And... yeah. It got nuked. That worked.
It was 100 feet below the surface, right?
Yep. Well, we threw like 150 kilotons worth of nuclear shit at it. Guess that's a... I don't know why people don't do this more often, using ICBMs against submarine warfare. Yeah, full realism right here. Exactly. We just kind of used an SS-20 to kill a submarine. It's fine. Okay, okay, I'm not going to do this again. We just, like, did search a submarine for 2 hours, like, 2 submarines, and we were searching for 2 hours, 2.5 hours nearly. And, okay. What am I doing with my life? Doing weird challenges from LazzySeal. Okay, yeah, but yeah, I think I'm going to close down the stream because it's enough. It's enough.
Wait until you will see it in your dreams.
Basically. So, thanks for joining me and enduring this kinda excruciating experience of finding submarines.
I actually did sleep for 10 minutes, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, I don't know if anyone like that. You probably should consult a psychiatrist.
There is five. In one dislike, probably from Maverick.
It's East versus West, bro. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to close the stream. Thanks for anyone who endured through this, and thanks you, Lazy, for joining me. I guess next I'm actually going to do some more enjoyable, less searching roughly 1,000 by 1,000 nautical mile area for fucking submarines type mission stuff. Okay, so goodbye.
See ya.